Together we stand, a family so strong, in unity of self-maze where we all belong, with love in our hearts.
Don't jump over your tripod. Now, is your hugging heritage or did you teach yourself? Not yourself,
My dad and my mom taught me how.
Okay, mine taught me nothing.
It just comes from there.
Yes, that's why I was asking.
Hi, Bruce. Nice to see you.
Good morning, everybody. It's 3 minutes till, so why don't we chat for 3 minutes and then we'll go on ride. And we'll get the show rolling in about 3 minutes.
We'll plan a little more training.
There you go, there you go. Got some people I haven't said good morning to. Like you two beautiful folks. How are you doing? Good to see you. Hi, good morning, Connie. Hey, Bruce. Always love seeing you guys here.
I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. I am one with the heart of the Mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. I am one with the heart of the Mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. I am one with the heart of the Mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. I am one with the heart of the Mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with
Thank you for that beautiful start to our service today. And you guys mostly know me. I'm Mark. I'll be on platform, but I have minimal duties today, which is nice. Armand Angelina will be doing most of the duties today. We are having technical difficulties. So, who brought the flowers today? Stand up and be recognized.
Charmaine.
Charmaine, thank you. Thank you so much. And I believe at this point I'm just handing it over to our guests, right?
We have our welcome, yeah. And thank you.
Oh, here we go. All right, we're on.
Derek, I had several technical difficulties at 8 a.m. this morning, so it's in the air.
All right, well, of course we want to thank, there it is.
There we go.
We're going to welcome our friends as we do every Sunday. So first of all, we'd like to ask, are there some people who have never been here before? We have any new faces?
Yep.
Okay, Doug, come on, tell people who you are, buddy.
I'm Doug Welch. I'm Cindy and Jeff's son. I'm here from Lapeer, Michigan. Kids will be down tomorrow, so they'll get their grandparent thing kicking here not too long. And it's been a pleasure to be here, and I'm glad to experience their world for a little bit. So thank you for having me.
Thank you, Doug. And I'm encouraging him to do some pool time today,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes, it's how I have.
All right, somebody else is new over here. Would you like to let us know who you are, please?
My name is Sandrea. I just moved here maybe 6 weeks ago. So I'm happy to be here. It's brand new for me, this whole area, this whole community, because I'm recovering from a surgery, but I came right from surgery up here. So I lived in Tucson. Lived in Michigan, in South Haven, and I'm French by culture, so I grew up in France. So if anybody speaks French, it'd be great. We can speak a little bit. I miss my language, my culture, but I'm happy to be here.
Yes, thank you.
She came to the drum circle on Wednesday and we had a good
Excellent.
time.
Well, welcome, Andrea. Anyone else? The rest of us are old timers, I believe. So let's welcome each other. We love you, we bless you, and we welcome you. Everybody is welcome here at Unity Church of Sun Lakes. Okay, Armand and Angelina are going to sing to get us going here, okay, in the end.
I also left you a little present up there. I don't know if you saw that yellow. That can happen at some point.
Well, let's do it now.
I like the now.
Okay. Armand is an award-winning songwriter and inspirational speaker whose enthusiastic presence inspires us all to love life passionately. Angelina's angelic and heart-opening voice draws from many languages. She was classically trained at Indiana University and was formerly with Epcot Center. They are international performers using songs, stories, and humor to remind us now to open our hearts and remember that we are meant to experience heaven on earth. What a beautiful message for us. And Armand and Angelina want everyone to have their music, so they do offer some CDs and books on a suggested exchange basis. Those are on the back table. Please take whatever you desire, give from your heart, and feel free to tithe in the future if you don't have it now. Thank you.
Mark, we have some nice consolation gifts for you backstage. We're delighted to be back. There's not many places we've gone to since the Great Pause that were as full as this. So give yourselves a hand. The last time we spoke was with Reverend Debbie in 2016. And for you folks here, Doug and Sandrea, is that your name, Sandrea? Give Reverend Jeannie a second chance and come back next week. Okay?
Absolutely.
All right. We always get nervous at somebody's first experiences on us. All right. So we watched a movie back in 2013 called The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel. How many people saw it? One of the great movies I think of all time. And it was kind of like a story about folks that were tired of the big city and they wanted to go to a quieter place and retire, kind of like moving from Phoenix to Sun Lakes, I would imagine. And when they got there, they found out that the brochure didn't match the place. For many of us, that was our first marriage. But anyway, we got there, and whenever they would complain about something to the innkeeper, he would always say the same thing. Everything would be okay in the end. And they'd say, yes, but it's not okay now. He goes, that's all right, it's not the end. And to me, what I heard was everything's in divine order. When he said that, I heard the unity principle of divine order. So I started saying it. Whenever we would get stressed, we would say it to each other. And then some music came, and we put it to a little island calypso beat to it. So we're gonna rock and roll a little bit, and I believe wonderful Lori put lyrics up, so yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. Here we go. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Nothing in this universe will ever last. So if you're feeling low, this too shall pass. Nothing in this universe will ever last. So if you're feeling low, this too shall pass. Because everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. We're gonna sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la. Every happy song has to have some sha-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la. Even when the darkness seems to hide your way, after every night, a brand new day. Even when the darkness seems to hide your way, after every night, a brand new day, a brand new day, a sunny Sun Lakes day. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Just the audience. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Perfect. Let's sha-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la. 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 Okay, here comes the tricky part, unity people. Even when it all just seems to go your way, don't get attached, it's gonna change. Even when it all just seems to go your way, no matter how many times you saw The Secret, it's still gonna change. That's okay, because everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. like the weather. Wait a day, it's not the end. It's not the end. Can't believe all people want to talk about our politics. It's not the end. It's not the end. It's not the end. But this is the end of the song. So before we go into our daily word, we invite you to quiet your minds, and we will open the prayer, opening prayer, perfect. Thank you, sweet Spirit, for bringing us all here together today at this divine time to co-create a morning of joy and spirituality. We are grateful for every single person and the energies that are here and the energies that made this possible, the behind-the-scenes work with the staff, coordinators, to come together in love. Thank you, great Spirit, and so it is. Amen. Amen. And I think we have a reading of the daily word. There we go. It's like going like clockwork.
It's March 23rd, and the daily word for today is on joy. Joy fills my heart and warms my soul. Today I will view the world through eyes of joy. This mindful practice will make even the most ordinary things seem special, and the things I may have taken for granted seem fresh and new. Even the energy I bring to my relationships will be imbued with harmony and peace. I will feel lighter, kinder, and more connected to the people in my life when I commit to living with joyful intention. Moments of frustration, disagreements with others, and disappointments may disturb my equilibrium for a time, but will not rob me of my joy. I honor God each time I share my joy. As I bless myself by feeling joy, I bring more love, more peace, and more happiness into the world. Let's all say this together. This is the day. We all know this one. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you.
Thank you, Kay. Different today, huh? Okay. So our joy song this morning today, we're going to do a song called Make Peace. Very simple. Instead of waiting for there to be peace on earth, make peace within you now. That's where it starts. And the same thing is true of everything. You want to make a change in the world, make the change in yourself, and then take that change out. We happen to go to the Eternal Gandhi Museum. We're performing in South Houston at a Unity Church down there on the Bay Area. And we went out and realized in the museum when we saw all the things that Gandhi stood for and said, how unity he was. Really, really, really.
So show them your wrists.
Well, they said I could have some of the Gandhi, if I can get this up, they said I could have some of the Gandhi bands, and I took one of each. Be the change, and I am peace, peace I am truth, truth good. Yeah, my wife. Okay. So I hit the jackpot, she hit the crackpot. Okay. That's all right. That's all right. So make peace, let's sing it together. It's real easy. We'll teach it to you. on earth, make peace within you now. Instead of waiting for there to be peace on earth, make peace within you now. Instead of waiting for there to be peace on earth, make peace within you now. If every journey begins with a single step, I'm taking my first step now. If we are to be the change that we want to see, I'm changing myself now. Always a great place to start, the one in the mirror. Instead of waiting for there to be peace on earth, make peace within you now. Like the Macarena, we got hand movements. Instead of waiting for there to be peace on earth, make peace within you now. All right, we're gonna get a little funky. Instead of waiting for there to be peace on earth, make peace within you now. Yeah. Instead of waiting for there to be peace on earth, make peace within you now. Yo, 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 don't wait for peace to come. Be the change you want to see. Gandhi said that, yo. And now we will move into our meditation time with a very simple chant. Peace I am, peace in every moment, peace in every moment, peace I am. Every moment, peace in every moment, peace I am. Peace I am, peace in every moment, peace in every moment, peace I am. Peace I am. Peace in every moment, peace in every moment, peace I am. Peace I am, peace in every moment, peace in every moment, peace I am. Peace I am, peace in every moment, peace in every moment, peace I am. Then we invite you to breathe that peace. Breathe it in, let it fill your body, your consciousness, and let it go and breathe out. We breathe in what we desire, peace and joy. And we breathe out all that no longer serves us. Breathing in more balance and love and connection. And breathing out and sharing that love and breathing out more connection. Sharing that with the world. As we quiet the mind, the still small voice of God becomes clearer, and the truth and the innocence of who we are also becomes more clear. Our eternal truth of beauty, innocence, and peace. Allow the music now to take you on your very own sacred journey into the peace of God. All is well. All is well. God is balanced. All is well. There's perfection everywhere. All is well. Thank you, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, and so it is. Amen. Everything's in divine order. Everything will be okay in the end. All is well. Different tools we use to remind us of the truth, to bring us back to center when we get concerned that there's no balance in the world. Anybody ever get concerned that we're out of balance? It's always temporary. It feels very out of balance at times. That's when you have to go deeper into your teaching, raise your vibration,
And meditate.
And look for the balance to start kicking in. That's it.
Yes.
So,
All right, so our talk today is, I now pronounce you not guilty. And we are going to talk about our innocence, our lovability, and our worthiness.
love that. I love that. Anybody have a challenge with that sometimes? Remembering they're innocent, worthy, and lovable? Part of it is when we were children, we didn't get those messages very much. We got messages like, you are wonderful and lovable as long as the adults are not inconvenienced. I don't know. I like to disturb the convenience. You know, I got in trouble a lot. But I also heard in school and catechism, because I went to Catholic school, you were born in original sin. Dr. Phil would say, how's that working for you? It seems so counterintuitive to go to learn about your spirituality and be told that there was something wrong with you. We're not putting them down, we're just saying we outgrew that teaching, that no longer worked for us. I get into Unity Church in 1984, after I'd given up any kind of spirituality as far as church was concerned. For 9 years, I started reading a lot of books and things like that, Wayne Dyer and things like that. So I got into self-help, but I didn't want to go to church. And then in 84, one of my friends says, Armand, I went to a church Sunday called Unity Church of Fort Pierce in Florida, where I was living. He said, they talk weird like you. I said, I gotta go. And that was it. That was it, 84, doing that. And then I started singing in churches in the late 80s and early 90s, and then made it my career in 1996, and then in 2000, and then Angelina, and the rest is herstory. So to me, that's been a big theme, is our oneness and our innocence and our beauty, okay? So there are so many things that happened when we were younger that told us contrary to that, that we have to learn and step up to the plate of who we really are. And as Angelina said, the meditation is a great way to connect with the truth of who you are, the beauty of who you are, the innocence of who you are.
Well, you know, you say the original sin, but what does Unity teach us?
Unity says you were born as an original blessing.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
Yeah.
That was Angelina getting her squirrel husband back on track. That was very good. We did that beautifully. So one of the things we used to study a lot when we hung out in the Phoenix area more often, we have a dear friend named Jody Floyd. You probably know her. She's a big supporter of New Thought in the area, and knows all the New Thought musicians and does concerts at her house and things like that. So Jody, we'd come stay with Jody a lot when she first moved here, because we co-owned a dog together. In Florida, we had a dog whose name was Boomerang. He'd go to Jody's house, he'd go to our house, so we named him Boomerang, the ancient Aboriginal tool, which basically says, what we put out comes back to us. And then she decided to move here with y'all. And we were like, oh my goodness, what are we gonna do? They can't live with us and not be with Jody. So eventually Boomerang moved here. And then we would come and spend a few months and get to know everybody around here. And one of the things we got into while we were here were these real love groups with Greg Bear. I don't know if y'all ever studied that group. So we're gonna be talking a little about some of his work, because his work is a lot about reclaiming our innocence and our divinity and our beauty.
Right, because he talks about behaviors and how when we're younger, we didn't get the messages that we wanted. So our behaviors were either to protect us or to get something. And these behaviors would be lying, attacking, clinging, running, and acting like a victim.
All to try to get what you didn't feel that you had.
Right, or protect ourselves because we're not feeling safe. So he talks about that when, as we're adults, we still sometimes have those behaviors when we aren't feeling like filled up, that we act out with behaviors. And so it's good to either, when you're in a behavior, to kind of recognize that and go, oh, I'm in a behavior, what triggered that? Or if you see someone else in a behavior, know that they are not filled up and they need some real love, not imitation love, but real love.
And when you see somebody not filled up, it's easier to not judge them when you go, oh, they're not a bad person, they're just empty right now, and they're looking for ways to fill it. And we heard this wonderful example of that. You want to tell the story about the little party by the pool?
Oh, sure. So Greg said this, that he tells this great story that you're sitting next to the pool having an iced tea with your friends and everything's wonderful, and someone splashes water on you because you're sitting by the pool. And you kind of just ignore, going, oh, well, they're just playing, it's okay, and they're still, talking. And then more water splashes on you, and now you're getting a little annoyed.
And their volume goes up a lot, so
right,
you
you're
can't
making
talk
more
to your
noise.
friend. That's not fun.
And then a big thing of water splashes on you and you're soaked, and now you're mad. And when you turn around and you see a child in a pool drowning, your whole energy changes, right? You're no longer like, I'm gonna, whatever. It's like, oh my gosh, this person needs help. And so he says that when we're in our behaviors, we're drowning. We're drowning for love. We want love, and we're deep in our doo-doo, and we're drowning. And so if you can remember that, and when someone's really acting out, to know that they're drowning, and then you have to make sure that you're filled up, that you can talk to this person or be with this person. But if you're not filled up either, you really do not need to or should not go and be with that person and try to help them, because then it's called the
field of death, where nobody comes out alive. Because both people are not filled up, and they're trying to get filled up from a place of not being filled up by attacking the other person, and then it gets crazy. And we all have those moments where we get emptied out. And it's really important to catch yourself if you can, because when we were little children and our parents got unfilled or were drowning on some way, they would often take that out on us, because we would do some little thing that triggered that, right? So they would take that unfilled upness out on us. And he says, when we act angry and disappointed at what somebody has done, and we take that out on them, they don't really hear they're angry, they're disappointed, they're unhappy with me. They hear the message, I'm unlovable. That's the ultimate message that we don't want anybody to hear, especially if it's somebody that you're close to and you love. You would never want them to hear that they're unlovable. So by helping yourself, train yourself not to take your stuff out on other people, because even the people that are our age are still children of God. So there's a little innocent child in there that takes that stuff personally. Do you know how I know you're a child of God? It doesn't say in any spiritual text that you are an adult of God. Right? So process of elimination, children of God. So that innocent child in there is, we'll edit that out of the tape. That innocent child in there really gets their feelings hurt of all ages. So it's very, very important to do that, and to get rid of the judgments we have about other people for whatever, all the isms, racism and ageism and all that. Speaking of ageism, we can feel guilty sometimes as we age. Angelina and I are both on Social Security now. It's awesome. Yeah, so 62 is sexy.
I decided to get it really early.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so, but what we've noticed, both of us, every once in a while, something that happens as a result of being older, and if anybody reads Richard Rohr says, you've got your first 50, 55 years of your life, and then you got your second half. And he says one of the biggest challenges is when you think your second half should be like your first half. And you feel guilty that you're not able to do quite as much as you, and you feel guilty that you want to spend less time with hundreds of people and more time with just a few people. Oh, I'm not like I was, or you're not quite as ambitious as you were, or maybe you like to sit out by the pool with a margarita more than you did. You know, you just want to relax. And he says that's actually the way you're supposed to be moving. You're letting go of a lot of those things, and you're moving into a higher vibration. So don't beat yourself up. So one day I said, Angelina, we're in the next chapter of our life. We're seniors now, because see, I consider like the first 20 years your freshman year, next 20 years your sophomore year, next 20 years your junior year. We're seniors, man. Some of these folks are in grad school. A couple of PhDs out there. We just hung out with a guy, we didn't hang out with him, we were where he's from. This necklace was made for us, for me, when this man was 97. And he is part of the Unity of Mojave Valley, which is in Bullhead City. So we went to Mojave Valley recently. We like to hang out at the little casinos over in Laughlin and take advantage of those very inexpensive rooms, but not spend money in the casino, just go to the arcade. And so we're there, and right before we got there, I said, hey, we'd like to see Jerry. I know he's going to be turning 100 in April. And his daughter said, 5 days ago, Jerry went home to God. So they had this big plan at Unity Mojave around the 19th of April for his 100th birthday. Now it's going to be his 100th last toast. They're going to have a, he didn't like the idea of celebration of life, so they said, well, we're going to give you a toast, Jerry. But he was one of those people that just allowed himself to age and went with the flow. You know, now I'm at this age, I'm not driving my car anymore. I don't know anybody that made it to 99 and 11 months. Never met anybody like that. So he was a great example, and that's why I'm wearing his necklace that he made me, because he's right here with me. Now, Angelina and I one day, we were thinking we should sing a song about some of the challenges that happen with aging. We should take a song, and I said, how about a song from The Sound of Music? And she said, what's from The Sound of Music? I said, 16 going on 17. That's a song about aging. So I think we're going to play it for you.
All right, so The Sound of Music was my favorite movie when I was a little girl, and I just loved Julie Andrews. I wanted to be Julie Andrews. Well, we thought we would do this song, but we thought 16 going on 17, we're far from that. So maybe we should do it where it's more relatable to where we are, right?
Age appropriate, which has never been my thing, but we will try that for you now. An age appropriate song about some of the challenges that happen. I am 60, going on 70. I've got some aches and pains. I'm really careful when I am walking. I can't afford a sprain. I am 60, going on 70. Usually I'm feeling swell. Sometimes I act like I'm a teenager. Sometimes I feel like hell. I take a lot of naps these days. It's usually 2 or 3. I rarely sleep the whole night through. Keep getting up to exactly. Sometimes getting older and wiser makes you more fragile too. I am 60, going on 70. Don't want to depend upon you.
All right, well, I'm a heck of a lot more different than Armand is. He always wants to be older than he is, and I do not. So here's my version. Just turned 60, don't want to be 70. That's why I dye my hair. I spend a fortune hiding my wrinkles. Why should I even care. Just turned 60 to wanna be 70. Now I play pickleball. Somebody help find my reading glasses. Why do they write so small? Totally unprepared am I. Won't let myself get old. And don't you touch that thermostat. I'm either hot or cold.
True story.
I don't want to be older and wiser. Please tell me what to do. Just turned 60 to wanna be 70. I'll buy depends for you.
I'll get Medicare next year.
That was the first
That
time
was
on
the
a Sunday
first time
morning.
we've done that song on a Sunday morning. It's even part of our concert program. We're not doing a concert. I thought that's a thing that we can feel guilty about, you know, and we shouldn't.
It was perfect for this audience.
We shouldn't feel guilty for who we are and our age and what happens to us. We're doing the best we can at all times. That's the beauty of this life. We're doing the best we can at all times. So,
I want to give some tools.
Okay,
How when we are triggered or around someone who's triggered, what's a good thing to do. So what I've learned, I can always feel when I'm getting triggered, and I know that if I don't leave the room, now I'm going to blow up and you know, not be kind and loving, and that's, you know, I try to do that. So anyway, what I've learned is when I start to feel that, to leave the room. And, you know, I always make sure Armand knows that I'm not abandoning him or the conversation, but I need to get filled up and I need to go outside. And so I go outside and I sit and I calm myself down and I figure out, okay, what's going on? Why am I triggered? Is it something inside me that it's, you know, what it is? Or is it something that I need to come back and we need to talk about? And 90-something% of the time it's my trigger, and I come back and I don't really need to talk about it because I know that it's just something that's in me.
and 90% of the time while I'm in the house panicking, I'm thinking about what I said and how I could have said it in a more polite, kind, considerate way. And so we both come back and bring our stuff in, and usually neither one of us have an issue around that at the time because of that. So.
Now here's another tool. So when you feel like you're triggered and you're gonna like say something unkind and unloving, take a sip of water and keep the water in your mouth. Because you cannot talk when there's water in your mouth. And it really does work. So, you know, he says something that triggered me and we're in the car, in the van, and I can't like go sit outside. I'll take the water and I'll take a sip. And then he still's talking and it's still irritating me, so I take another sip. And if he doesn't stop, I'll hand the water to him. He can take a sip of water. That does really
Little
work.
tools like that can be effective. They really, really can be effective. So, when we take our unfilled upness, our anger, remember the word trigger, we all get triggered, but the trigger is just a little finger, the trigger. The ammo is already in there. So we can't take out the energy on the thing that triggered us without checking out what planted the ammo in there. What have we not dealt with before, okay? And so the idea that we would say something to somebody we care about that would make them feel unlovable is just not a good thing. Nobody wants to do that. Okay, now here's the deal. In Unity, you will almost always hear about people talking about your possibilities, how you're unlimited. I mean, even the word impossible, Unity translates that to I'm possible. You know, my mom used to say, improbable, that's easy. Impossible takes a little more work. But I'm possible. Unity talks about your unlimited potential. But there is one limitation that no matter how many books you read, no matter how many therapists you see, no matter what you do, you are not going to be able to make this happen. And that is, it's impossible for you to be unlovable. Okay? Who's tried? No matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter what you think.
Or who's trying to be perfect so people think, you know, feel you're lovable when really inside, you know, you're not.
Feel
All
lovable.
those behaviors, yes, all those behaviors just to feel lovable, unconditionally lovable no matter what, which is the truth of who you are. You can't change it. You can't not be unconditionally lovable. You just are. So, here's a dramatic example of what Greg Bear says to do when you're triggered. Okay, so let's say you're teaching your child or your grandchild to drive. They're very excited. You say, you know, we're gonna start easy. Just the garage. You're gonna get the car started, get your feel in the garage, put it in reverse, drive to the back of the driveway, put the brake on, get it back in park, feel, just get that, then put it back in drive, you know, go forward a little bit, stop, just get the feel of the car. One day they decide to do that without you, and they say, I know I can do this. They back out of the garage, but they forget to open the garage door. And you hear a very horrific sound in your home. Probably one of the worst things you've ever heard. You are not going to be filled up in that moment. You are not going to be filled up. You are not going to feel lovable. You're not going to be able to talk to that person without taking out what you're feeling on them. So what Greg Bear says to do is to go to the person and say, I know what happened, I know what you did, I know you know what you did. I love you as much right now as I did before you did that. I love you as much right now. But I'm freaking out right now. I'm freaking out, and I need to fill myself up. I got to talk to somebody, and then we'll come and we'll talk about all this. Go in the house, think about what happened, but know that you are so lovable. Then I go to my other friend. I want to kill my kid. And my other friend goes, I understand that feeling. I would probably have that same thing if that were happening to me. And while you're talking to them, you're getting filled back up again. You're getting filled back up because, and your friend might say, you love your kid, you love them. It can all be replaced. You can replace all the metal and the plastic and whatever got broken. Breathe, breathe. They help you get filled back up and you're not drowning anymore. Then you can go back and say, now we'll talk about the garage door. We know what happened. We're going to be more careful in the future. And your allowance for the next 10 years. Sandy will be going towards fixing the door, but I love you just as much now as I did before. So what they get is they hear the consequences or the discipline, but not from a place of anger and disappointment and what's wrong with you, because that's the energy that you're going to be sending, what's wrong with you. So these are all great things to think about. Here's a great thing. Anybody on Facebook? A lot of smart people here that are not on Facebook. When you get triggered on Facebook, do not respond. Not then. You'll have to let them know how you feel at some point, but that's when you get with another friend of yours and get filled up. And can you believe what so-and-so wrote on my page? You know, don't come from a place of reacting. Come from a place of filled up responding. Martin Luther King Jr. talked a lot about that when he was doing the civil rights movement, and people would be attacking some of the people that would be protesting. He would say, don't attack back, don't react, respond from a place of love and dignity. And it's a hard thing to do, but I do believe we have that ability inside of us to love people and send out the message to all of them and ourselves that we are 100% innocent, 100% divine, 100% lovable. That cannot change no matter what we do. It's the behavior that we have to work on. Our lovability is always there. So I'd like to sing a song that was inspired. How we doing? We're doing good. Sing a song that was inspired by an Oprah show. And the Oprah show had a couple of gentlemen on there that had been in prison for 10 or 15 years each. And they had both been pardoned because of a magical little technology, science, genetic DNA testing, to prove that they were innocent. The genetic DNA testing proved it could not have been them. So they got off. Now, everybody was excited that these men were free. You were unjustly accused and unjustly imprisoned. But both men had confessed to the crime. And the watchers and Oprah and Gail and everybody were like, well, wait, we don't understand. And they said, just think about this. Family members had died. We were the suspects. We were blamed. We were traumatized. We didn't know what was going on. And we were interrogated. You know you did it. You know you did it. We can lower your sentence if you just admit it. You know you did it. And they said it was a combination between confusion and just wanting the voices to stop. And we've all had voices growing up. Some of them are still in our head now, that are telling us things about us that are not true. And sometimes if somebody says something enough like that, you just say, okay, you're right. I'm a mess. Okay, you win. We surrender. We surrender because we just want the voices to stop. So this is the song that I wrote about that. This is called Innocent. And I believe some folks have used this with some of their healing groups and with some of the prison groups, the Innocence Projects and things like that. Young kid who served his prison time for a crime he did not do. He offered his confession, and when they asked him why, he said, I did not know the truth. He was innocent. I thought about my own life, how I was like that kid when they told me I was bad. I offered my confession to what they said I did, and lost the childhood I once had. I am innocent, I did nothing wrong. I've been serving time for this crime for way too long. I am not to blame for what I didn't do. There is nothing I need to prove. I am innocent. You are innocent. Time for justice. This time we're gonna get it right. We're finally hearing the whole truth. I fired all my juries and got the pardon I deserve, and now I'm freeing other inmates too. You are innocent. You did nothing wrong. You've been serving time for this crime for way too long. You are not to blame for what you didn't do. There is nothing you need to prove. We are innocent. We did nothing wrong. We've been serving time for this crime for far too long. We are not to blame for what we didn't do. There is nothing we need to prove. I am innocent.
You are so lovable.
You are innocent.
Who you are is so important.
We are innocent.
You deserve so much love.
There is nothing we need to prove. I am innocent.
You are worthy.
You are innocent.
You are perfect in every way.
We are innocent. And so it is. Before we go into offertory, I want to let you know that one of the things that, kind of a little pet peeve that triggers me is when people use the pulpit as an opportunity to self-promote. I'd like to read something from my book. This is actually the very last page of my book. It's called The Verdict is In. So here we are, a part of the tapestry of the universe, playing our parts perfectly and divinely. We have more than enough evidence to convince any jury of our innocence. Okay, we are incapable of being unlovable. It's impossible for us to be anything less than the divine, eternal, worthy, innocent beings we have always been. It's impossible to ever be truly convicted of not being enough. In that case, an acquittal of the original case is inevitable. I now pronounce you not guilty, and so it is. And now a word from our sponsor.
Let's give them a big hand. What a blessing to have you two here today. Thank you so much. I believe every one of us is going to walk out feeling lighter and more loved and more whole. So we thank you. And it is time to give. Many of us give online and many of us give here. So whatever you're able to give and feel comfortable with, we appreciate all tithes and realize that whatever you give, it'll come back to you tenfold soon. And let's say our offering blessing as we're collecting. Divine love richly flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am grateful for the blessings of this day. I am grateful for the blessings on the way. And as you all know, Silent Unity is a place that will pray for you for 30 straight days. You just dial that number, you tell them what your prayer is, what you're disturbed about or feeling. You need a little support from God, and Silent Unity is there for you. There's the number. We have some announcements. First of all, tomorrow, please sign up today, but tomorrow is a flute play shop. And what room is it in?
I think I have the mirror room, but it could be across the hall, friendship room. One of
Okay, one of those rooms
It'll
here.
be here somewhere.
It will.
Yeah. It'll be here at Sun Lakes Country Club somewhere, and that's tomorrow at 10 a.m. And thank you for offering that to us. Also, sign up to volunteer. The DS Network, April 19th Spring Picnic, and we are supporting Down syndrome's kids during that time. There is a sign-up sheet in the back, Julia?
I don't know.
Yes,
Yes.
There's a sign. Okay, thank you, Judy. There's a sign-up sheet in the back. And we have ongoing groups, our Reiki group on Tuesdays, and Betty. Hello, Betty's here today, and she is our contact person. Prayer team, 10 a.m. on Zoom with Reverend Julia. Thank you for that. And a metaphysical group, second and fourth Wednesdays from 2 to 3:30 in the mirror room here with Sheila. And the drum circles are happening pretty regularly around these days too, so thank you for that, Julia. Anybody else have an announcement for the good of the cause? Yes, Mary Jo.
Mary Lou, but that's all right.
Mary Lou, my
It was
bad.
close. No, I just want to encourage all of you to look through your neighborhood, people around you. We don't have to always give money. We need money, obviously, for the church here and all. But give some of your time to some of those that live near you and help them out for things. Whether it's going to the store, helping them up the stairs, just be there to listen to them and to look and see what their needs are. I know I give a lot of time for different organizations as well as my personal time to individuals in my neighborhood. We all have people there. Let's recognize them.
Thank you. Hey, Mary Lou, I apologize. Sometimes I call my son Luke, I call him Tim or Dave.
Wish Mary Lou happy birthday.
Yes. We have a happy birthday girl here, Mary Lou, 29.
No, never go back. Woo! I listened to the speech today. I go forward.
All right, well, we'll ask you more about that later. Thank you for joining us again, Armand and Angelina. And Kay for the wonderful reading of the daily word, Charmaine for the flowers, Derek always for his expertise.
Thanks for holding it all together.
Did my best. And we're going to end with the peace song. Armand and Julia, thank you.
All right, we're gonna do the rock and roll version of the peace song. So what do y'all do? Do y'all kind of hold hands? Whatever y'all do it, and we will lead you in this. And then I believe we might be singing the prayer for protection after we sing the peace song. So we're gonna keep it moving. Okay. Ready? Do it. And the Reverend James Brown got together to sing the prayer for protection. I think it would go like this. We'll try to get those extra words in there too. 1, 2, 3. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The blood of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God. Wherever we are, abiding in all is well. You are out of here, and God surrounds us. Woo! The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. Higher power, the presence of God. Wherever we are, abiding in all is well. Wherever we are, abiding in all is well. Good God, keep us up. Wherever we are, abiding in all is well. Happy trails. Anybody that comes to the class tomorrow will get a flute to use during the class that has a sanitary straw in front of it. We hope to teach you, a few of you, no more than 20.
We reach for the skies with voices united.